Good morning. Getting started with the week. Back to the canopies. We're sitting right here. We've had a couple of developments over the weekend. Let me show you what we got. So the first one, we got our swager for all of these larger Zeus fasteners that we have to put all over the intakes and other assorted places. And the next thing is Jan has our vacuum manifold bracket all sprayed up and ready to be mounted. And then the next thing after that, oh, glorious casters. Picked those up this morning and they're ready to go on the fully welded casters or dollies as soon as they're cleaned up and painted. So we'll try to get to that this week. And we're having our first pilot briefing. We got Steve, my cousin, and Matt Cooper, who you've seen on other videos. We may have one more pilot coming in they're starting to write checklists specific to this airplane. So it's going to be a cool week here at the hangar. So let's see what we get to next. Something I failed to explain last week is what we did to make the frame fit snugly where it was supposed to for the clamshell canopy on the copilot side. Let me show you what we did. Okay, so one of the biggest challenges we had was right here. Remember, we had 2 rivet heads and we had 2 screw heads. Well, we changed those all out and made them flat heads, so that was no longer an issue. The other huge thing that we did when these were installed before, when we installed them, we put jam nuts here in an attempt to keep from being able to do this. Well, as it turns out, there's no room. If we've got jam nuts on here, these stick out too far. So we removed the jam nuts and we were able to get these to move inward so that we had clearance to get this by the mount bolts for the locking cylinders. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense. So all of this also has the emergency element, that emergency release up in the cabin. Many of you may have seen the nose gear collapse on an A-26 out at Oshkosh. And if you look closely at the video, you can see where the canopies depart the airplane so that it would make for an easier egress out of the aircraft. Anyway, so it was originally intended for pilots to egress, if they were battle damaged, couldn't fly, needed to get out of the airplane. This hopefully gave them the opportunity to get out without undue harm. Anyway, so that's where we're at. All right, it's time to start bolting this glass down to this window frame for the clamshell. Let me turn this camera around. All right, we found out that I've got this mounted with the hardware that I have. As it turns out, the the tape that was under here was much thinner than the felt that we're putting on now, and so I had to step up a couple of sizes on the screws. And we have a very limited supply of those. But this will get us enough that we can get up there and make sure that it fits, and then when we get the rest of the hardware, we can go ahead and install it. But yeah, ready to go on. So while I've been over there working on the canopy, John has been over here polishing the inlet bonnets for the carburetors. They're starting to look pretty sweet. Still got a lot to go here, but yeah. The exhaust is going to come right through here and right through here. So, pretty cool. Thanks, John. Okay, I got all the bottom side of this all deburred and cleaned up, vacuumed, and wiped down with acetone. And I wanted to do a trial on the hardware that we got, and that's going to work just perfect. And we got ample clearance around the caster. By the way, look at those things. Those are beefy. Those are 7,000 pounds capacity apiece. And we got them from A1 Casters up in Salt Lake. They've done a fine job in speccing these for us. So, yeah, that's going to be awesome. Also, got the canopy up here, and it's latched. And so this is going to come off again. We got to figure out what seal we need for these, plus we need more hardware. But it goes down and it latches. And when the boys get back from lunch, we'll have a conversation about this. But at least this one fits and it latches. Now we got to go on to the pilot side, which is not going to be fun. So we got a really cool thing this morning. Hold on. One of our viewers, who's been watching since kind of the beginning, sent us this antenna signal splitter for our nav radios. Thanks, Bill. That was really nice of you. We appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Well, before the pilots left, they got a first coat of paint on our dollies. We'll try to get, this is just a primer coat. We'll see if we can get some yellow on them and make them look real pretty. Then we can stick the casters on it and they'll be ready to go once we're ready to go. So I'll give you another update on the vacuum manifold. Hang on. So Jan's got this all fabricated up, nice and solid in here. These hoses go to the vacuum gauge in the instrument panel. And when I was talking about the red dots, when a vacuum pump is in operation, there's two red dots. When one of the pumps is on, the red dot will disappear, indicating that that's the side that's working. So we have one for each side of the red dot, and I'll show you a picture of that here in a second. But we've got this all hooked up. We'll get one of these hoses going to one instrument, the other hose is going to the other instrument. We still have to procure a pipe thread to a hose nipple for this fitting here to connect to our vacuum pumps, but it's real close. And then we also have one more fitting here that's got to come over here to our vacuum enunciator switch. So we'll get that done. But remember last week when I was talking about Jan thought he was trying to get out of jobs to do? Well, we found another one for him. So Jan, what are you fabricating now?
Well, today we're going to make a little paper doll bracket for the ADSB rack. We're going to put basically in this position here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is take this guy here, which will one day be sheet metal, put that to there. We'll gusset it down through here and here, through here, and capture the backside there. Mount that guy right there.
And the reason why we're putting it here instead of somewhere else is because it's got to be, it makes it easy wiring to the radios and the transponder. So this is going to save our lives, maybe. We'll keep track of aircraft around us, and they'll be able to keep track of us.
And it'll be nice and serviceable and a nice little installation.
Yeah. So when we get the part made, we'll show it to you. We'll be back. So one of our volunteers around here has done something pretty cool, all on his own. Didn't even ask permission. No, I'm kidding. Nate created his own T-shirts for the bomber. Turn around, Nate. And Onmark is who modified the aircraft from the Douglas design to be a VIP transport. So, yeah, pretty cool. We'll see what he ends up doing with them. Well, getting to the end of the day, still got a couple of hours, but wanted to show you a couple of things. So John, our polisher, he's got both of our inlet bonnets for the carburetors looking really pretty spiffy. That's awesome. And the dollies, to get this thing out, they're painted on the bottom and they're primed on the top. So probably by Monday, these are going to be all yellow. In the meantime, well, it's been a day. We've been analyzing what we think we know about these canopies, and there's some back and forth. We still have everything apart, trying to understand what Douglas did with these clamshells. So we'll see what happens next week. I appreciate everybody watching. I hope I've entertained you in some small fashion. If you like the video, I'd appreciate a subscription and a like and a share. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.